Ask someone to describe Kukea, and you'll hear the words hero, soldier, coach, father, and husband. He was all of this and much more.
In my mind, he was always a hero. He was someone who I always looked up to, and yet he was the humblest humblest person that you could ever imagine. He never attracted attention to himself. He always stayed in the background.
Kukea's sudden death stunned everyone who knew him. The 52-year-old fire captain was in tremendous shape, and the news of his death seemed impossible to understand at the time.
I was in my car, and I heard a report on the radio that a kayaker had gone down off of Ala Moana. And in my heart, you know, I figured that early in the morning, it was probably somebody that I knew. The last person on my mind was Kala. When I heard his name, I had a sinking feeling in my heart.
For 24 years, Kukea earned respect in the Honolulu Fire Department. In many ways, he was Rescue One, and he often shared his knowledge with others.
I remember him talking to me one day after he had done a mission up in Manoa Falls, and he had used the rope in a different manner, belaying the rescue personnel into the mountain, close to the mountain. Never done it before, and he thought about it before using it on the actual job, and it worked out real fine. And
he could be depended on. His word was as good as gold. He'd give himself to the neighborhood or the community he was involved with. They became his priority, and he made sacrifices. Him and his family made sacrifices to see that the community benefit from his knowledge.
He'll be missed.
He'll be really missed by the fire department.
The 1961 Kamehameha graduate was a warrior in many ways. After graduating from West Point, he served 2 tours in the Vietnam War. He was a champion in the ocean as well. The former Masters U.S. National Kayak Sprint champ conquered the Kaiwi Channel annually in the Banco Kayak Challenge. And then each winter, he would do it again in a canoe, often steering young men from Molokai to Oahu.
The one regret that I have, if any, is that he left us without having won that race. But I think a comforting thought is that he was able to come across the channel with his son. And I know that was something really special for him to be able to do.
His only son, Nalu, was very special to him, as was his wife, Carol. Kala and Nalu spent hundreds of hours together in the ocean. This video was shot in 1989, when Nalu was an Olympic hopeful. Ironically, the morning of his death, Nalu was paddling with his father on the Alawai Canal.
You know, all of the things that many fathers wish they could do with their sons, Kala made time to do. I think that he was always there for Nalu. I think Nalu will miss him tremendously, as we all will.
Kukea spent much of his adult life helping people. He was a coach to hundreds of kayakers and canoe paddlers, often giving unconditionally.
He was very generous with his knowledge, and he would share it with you if you were able to grasp it. It's funny because his favorite thing to ask was, "Did you feel that? Can you feel that?" And a lot of times I just wing in and go, "Oh yeah, I felt that. Yeah, I could feel that."
That's the standard joke is, hey, here comes Kala. Make sure that he has his shirt on, because you know Kala never wore shoes. He had slippers, jeans, and T-shirt. That was his standard dress, no matter where he went. And when he hit the beach, he always had his shirt off. So every time I saw him down at the beach or down at the canoe races, I'd always remind him and say, "Hey, put your shirt on. Put your shirt on."
Kala Kukea, a true warrior who will be missed by many.
Searching for the shoreline, some